On today's video, we are going to read the life and times of T.R. Mcclanahan. For those who don't know who he was a wonderful man, and I enjoyed training with him. I enjoyed being his friend, and I'll never forget all the memories we had. I mean, there was times we didn't always come to an agreement, but things always worked out for both T.R. and me. Now here's a video that I'm going to show you. It's called The Story of T.R. Mcclanahan, and watch this. T.R. Mcclanahan, or Thurl Roland Mcclanahan, was born November 1st, 1932. He started learning judo at the age of 7, and after high school, he was in the Korean War, a U.S. Marine. Professor T.R. Mcclanahan's law enforcement career began when he was 29 years old as a deputy sheriff, Portage County, state of Ohio. 3 years later, he trained the instructors of the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department in techniques of self-defense. 2 years later, he transferred to the Stark County Sheriff's Department, where he worked as a deputy, taught self-defense, scuba diving, and underwater search and rescue. Boat and riot control to the members of the department and other law enforcement departments and military. He was permanently certified by the Attorney General Ohio Peace Officers Training Council as an instructor, teacher 9 years later in all subjects. He has also been certified by the courts as an expert in the methods of techniques of police combat, pistol and self-defense, scuba search and rescue instructor, PADI 15148, riot control and techniques and mechanics of arrest and methods of techniques within the martial arts of judo, jiu-jitsu, karate, and taekwondo. While the pistol class championship in the United States, the year he started with Stark County Sheriff, he organized the SWAT and riot teams for said law enforcement department. Other law enforcement departments, state and federal instructors, including the military, many police departments, requested his assistance as an undercover operative his first year with the Stark County Sheriff's Department for 4 years. He moved through the ranks of major in 16 years, retiring 2 years later. Life active member of Fraternal Order of Police Lodge 1105. As his duties in law enforcement expanded, he was involved in the organization of undercover operations for numerous police and sheriff departments, including the United States Treasury Bureau of Customs, with the endorsement of George Papadopoulos, president of the National Sheriff's Association. He established the United States Police and Sheriff Association, an organization devoted to aid in law enforcement and instructors by preparing them for life and death situations during arrests involving hand-to-hand combat when violent perpetrators, to quickly subdue an individual and thereby gain control of potential dangerous crime scenes. Many chiefs of police, sheriffs, and judges of many courts approved all of the methods. Professor Mcclanahan has since then taught these sought-after techniques to the police, sheriff, and military forces throughout the United States and in many foreign countries. One of his students is an instructor of the U.S. Navy SEALs and Marine Corps Recon Rangers. In 1990, he supervised the State Police Olympic Games for judo and karate, and he was also chief referee of these games, while acting as director and coach, teacher at the United States Olympic Training Center. He became the only person in possession of the confidential complete biomechanics studies of the techniques of judo, taekwondo, and karate. These people's reports reflect the efficiency of each technique. He also served as a member of the U.S. Olympic Medical Committee for the national governing body. As a beginning student of judo, jiu-jitsu, and karate, taekwondo at age 7, T.R. Mcclanahan studied these disciplines from the highest level master teachers from and in Japan and Korea. He competed in tournaments and won many at the age of 29 in Karate Japan Federation Championship in full contact, BOGO competition, and the U.S. Judo Association original life member 125 at age 31. And at age 22 he was part of the Federation. Life member 1413 Amateur Athletic Union of the United States, and past National Chairman of Martial Arts Committee and past Taekwondo Committee Chairman. At age 37 he was an instructor at the National Olympic Training Camp. At age 29 years old, Professor Mcclanahan helped negotiate the weight class for judo in Japan for the first Olympic Games as acting chairman for the national governing body with Mr. R. Kano, president at International Judo Federation. He served as a member of the board of directors for judo, was the original director, teacher of the United States Olympic Training Center for the NGB of Taekwondo. In 1985-86, he served as a member of the House of Delegates, United States Olympic Committee and Medical Committee in Karate. Taekwondo and Judo, served as a coach, the teacher on the Olympic level in all three sports. He also served as an executive officer of the Pan American Taekwondo Union, which set up the original games in 1987. He was the original chairman director of the United States Olympic Training Center for Karate, NGB, starting in 1988, and he retired January 1st, 1994. He was rewarded by the State of Ohio House of Representatives 116 General Assembly of Ohio for Taekwondo as one of Ohio's finest citizens, and then again in 1990 by the 118th General Assembly of Ohio for Karate as one of the America's finest citizens. Professor T.R. Mcclanahan has earned his 8th degree of black belt, certified by the Pan American Karate Do Union as a master instructor, 8th degree of black belt from Major Dong-hee Choi, Republic of Korea, original secretary of the Korean Taekwondo Association 117, the original first member ever issued. Authorized to sign all ranks, a member and master instructor with the World Taekwondo Federation E6-1191, and the World Taekwondo Federation International Referee second class. His master instructor with the World Taekwondo Federation E6-1191, Professor of Judo, certified by the United States Judo Association. His teacher and father was Professor Sadaki. Okay, I'll skip that one. Sadaki Nabaka of the Kudan Judo Institute and the International Judo Association as a 7th degree of black belt, and his 4th degree belt in Takami Aikido, certified by the International Association of Aikido Fugogi. His PhD signed by the president of the Japan Aikido Association, Professor Hide Oba. His 9th degree from China in Jiu-Jitsu, and has been certified as a 9th degree black belt with the National Governing Body for Jiu-Jitsu, United States of America, U.S. Jiu-Jitsu Federation, founding life member 014, sanctioned with, under, and by the International Jiu-Jitsu Federation, Jiu-Jitsu North American Union, General Association of International Sports Federation, and the International Games Association. And, Jiu-Jitsu, and in the International, on March 3rd, 2000, he was certified as having achieved the highest level of U.S. Jiu-Jitsu Instructor Examiner and the Grand Master U.S. Judo Instructor Examiner by the governing body. He is the Vice Chairperson of the Central Committee for the United States. He has been a national referee in judo, a national referee in karate, and the international referee in taekwondo. He was the first AAU judo and karate champion in and for the state of Ohio. He was Konen Judo Yudan Shutaki Judo Championship when it was the JBBF Judo Black Belt Federation back in the late 50s, early 60s. He was also on the certification rank technical committee for most all martial arts organizations within the United States at one time or another. He has served as a manager and coach at many United States Olympic festivals with national governing bodies. These special methods and techniques are all on video and issued to law enforcement departments by request. He has traveled as a member of the United States governing body team, as a coach, and an international referee, or as the Pan American Treasurer, NGB. These countries were Ecuador, Denmark 2 times, Mexico, Japan, Korea, and Spain. During these times, he worked full-time at other employment. In his spare time, he went to special schools for real estate appraising. He was knighted to Freemasonry and had his Master Mason degree conferred by William McKinley Lodge 431. And a year later, his 32nd degree Scottish Rite within the Valley of Canton. On May 5, 2001, he was knighted by the Knights Templar, Ohio Commander 83, and the Member Order Malta. Today, Professor Mcclanahan, a state and federal certified general appraiser, teaches methods and techniques of appraising, does commercial and industrial appraisals at Appraisal Company in Canton, Massillon, Ohio, part-time during the day, and he continues to teach martial arts to citizens and police in the evenings in this time frame. His hobby is sailing, golf, and Mexico Lake Erie. He is a member of the United States Coast Guard Auxiliary. He is in the position of Division MT Training Officer, instructor of the original flotilla commander, founder of Canton, Ohio Flotilla, the founder and original flotilla commander of Massillon, Ohio, the original flounder flotilla commander of Light Cable Jackson Township Flotilla, Stark County, Ohio, and was the new flotilla commander of the Newport Lakes Chartered Flotilla for March 2000 and designate a vessel example. In November of 2010, Professor T.R. Mcclanahan succumbed to cancer. After an 18-month battle with cancer, he died on November 22nd, 2010, 3 weeks after his 78th birthday. He was 78 years old. Rest in peace, T.R. Mcclanahan.